Well, I believe we have a quorum online now currently. So if you're ready, Chairman Carter, we'll go ahead and have April call the roll, which we have to do by by roll call since this is a remote meeting under the current statute. And just as a note, we'll also be the 2 votes that we expect to take will also be by roll call.
Good morning,
All right, let's
everyone.
call the meeting to order and call the roll.
Good morning, everyone. I can't see everyone's faces, so I'm not sure who all is here. So I'm just gonna call all the names. Mayor Anderson.
Present.
Commissioner Arnold.
Present.
Mayor Bickers. Oh, I saw Mayor Bickers. Okay. Mayor Bradshaw.
Present.
Mayor Brooks.
We'll be doing several
Here.
days. This is the first of many.
Chairman Carter.
Here.
You're here. Mr. Clifton.
Present. Get this one.
Representative Crawford.
Probably Google it.
I can always just switch.
Commissioner Davis, Paula Davis.
Present.
Oh, there you are. Clerk TACIR.
Just replace them. I'll just put this one back and then we'll move that one out here.
Mayor Greer.
Let's check it and make sure it works first.
Well, that's the funny thing.
Mayor Holland.
It's probably just a setting off or something.
Well, but that would be
County Executive Jeff Huffman.
I would call Windows. I mean, it's literally.
Is that a here?
Here,
yes.
Hey, April, this is Dave Kaiser. Mayor Holland is on her way. I'm helping her out.
Okay, thank you. Representative Love.
Here.
Senator Lundberg.
Here.
Representative Susan Lynn. Mayor McDonald.
Here.
Representative Antonio Parkinson. Mr. Peach.
Mr. Peach?
I see him there. Senator Katrina Robinson. Mayor Waters. Senator Watson.
Here.
Senator Yeager.
Here.
Senator Yarborough.
Here.
That's everyone. Thank you.
Okay,
We have a
sorry.
quorum. I think we have.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Before we get started, I'd like to take just a minute to thank each of you. I've had so many calls and notes and letters and prayers from each of you during my substantially lengthy illness. Yesterday was my first day out, and so to get ready for today, and so I'm happy to be here. One of the things that I've noticed during this ordeal of 14 days in intensive care was that I was absolutely isolated. Even the nurses, all the equipment is outside the room. And I've never been through 14 days not to touch another human being or to greet another human being. So the isolation was very powerful and unexpected. As we have talked with Cliff through this and with Mayor Brooks helping me through it, having been a survivor himself, it really dawned on me that our staff is in an isolation situation likewise. They've gone from us bugging them and them working and being together and communing and working on our projects to being scattered back out to their apartments and essentially in isolation. Cliff has kept me updated and he has done a great job. The staff has done a great job. And so let's remember that they've been working under extreme circumstances and in isolation themselves. And if you've never been isolated, I hope you never are. So To our staff, thank you for holding up and being as professional as we assumed you would be. Cliff, thank you for great leadership. And let's get back to the agenda and see if we can get this meeting accomplished. Thank you for that personal moment.
Thank you,
All
Mr.
right, what's
Chairman.
next, Cliff?
The approval of the minutes, Mr. Chairman, and then I'll do the statement of necessity and the staffing commission update after that.
All right, have we all had a chance to review the minutes? Are there any corrections or questions? Mayor McDonald, did I see you had a question?
No, I was just agreeing.
You just moved so I could see the election sign clearly.
That was it. Let me get over here.
Okay. This is like being at an auction. Don't move unless you want to buy. Okay. Are there any questions or corrections to the minutes? Do we have a motion to approve them?
I'll move to approve.
Or do we have a second?
Second, if I wasn't the,
All right. All right. Any objections? Without any objection, the minutes are approved. What's next, Cliff? I can't see our agenda.
Yeah, I'm going to put that back up. Actually, first I'm going to do the statement of necessity, and then we'll go into the staffing commission updates, Mr. Chairman. Hold on just one second. Okay, so pursuant to Tennessee Code annotated section 410-105A, the Tennessee Advisory Commission on Intergovernmental Relations, or TACIR, is to hold meetings quarterly and at such other times as it deems necessary. To meet this requirement, the Commission scheduled a meeting for today, September 29th, 2020. Because of the COVID-19 pandemic and related safety protocols, it was determined that a physical quorum of the members could not assemble in person. Therefore, the Commission chose to meet via teleconference on September 29th, 2020. And the next thing on the agenda, Mr. Chairman, is the Commission and staff update. I can go ahead and do that if you wish.
Please.
So the first item on the commission update has to do with a change in our report approval process that was requested by Speaker Sexton in this past General Assembly session. And rather than referring studies by public chapter or individual committee vote, Speaker Sexton directed the House committees refer all proposed TACIR studies to House Calendar and Rules Committee, which is to establish a special calendar to hear and decide on each of the proposals. Of course, that process, though it was put in place, was overcome by events with the break in the session because of the pandemic. And so it wasn't actually put into place, but we do anticipate it being put into place in the next session. At the end, as of the end of the session, the Senate had not established a comparable process, but Lieutenant Governor McNally's office said that they'll work with the House on referral. So I believe there'll be some type of process put in place. So just wanted to give you an update on that. The next thing is related to that. Staff has developed a proposed addition to the Commission's bylaws to recognize the existence of this new process and to formalize the process for approving requests by Commission members, which can be requested at our meetings. So I want to share this proposal with you today. We don't actually want to take a vote on it today. We want to give you a chance to review it and provide us any feedback between now and our next meeting on it. But the proposed process is listed on your screen or on the in your docket material. Would be a new Article 8 process for adoption of studies into the TACIR work program, which would read, studies may be requested of the Commission by the legislative referral process developed in consultation with the leadership of the Tennessee General Assembly or at the request of a Commission member. Requests made through the legislative referral process require a majority vote of the Commission members present and voting, provided there is a quorum. Study requests by Commission members require an affirmative vote of 17 Commission members who are present and voting. That's our proposed new language in our bylaws, and again, just wanted to make you aware of that. And this was included in the original docket material we sent back when we were planning to meet first in May and then in June. but wanted to give you a little bit more time to review it before we actually asked for a vote on it, which I would hope to do at the next meeting. If there aren't any questions on that, I'll move on to the staff update, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Cliff, please.
So we have a number of staff updates. First is Research Manager Mark McAdoo recently completed a Doctor of Business Administration degree, so it's now Dr. McAdoo, from Colorado Technical University. Mark also holds 2 Master of Science degrees, one in biology from Tennessee Tech and the other in management from Austin Peay, and 2 Bachelor of Science degrees, one in biology from Tennessee Tech and the other in political science from Austin Peay. So Mark is collecting degrees and spreading around to several different institutions. So please join me in congratulating Mark. Our next update is we have a new staff member, another doctor. So I guess we're collecting doctors at TACIR. It's a new staff research associate, Kevin Van Zant. Kevin is originally from South Carolina. Holds a degree, I'm sorry, a Master of History degree from Vanderbilt University and a PhD from in American History from Vanderbilt, and a Bachelor of Arts degree in Economics from the University of Virginia. Before joining TACIR, he instructed undergraduate courses at Tennessee State University and Belmont University, and in Vanderbilt University's program for talented youth. Now, Kevin actually, we had already hired Kevin, but he wasn't scheduled to join us until after the lockdown started. So we've never actually worked with Kevin in person, and he's not even sure where his desk is yet in the office. But he's been a fantastic staff member as we've adjusted to this remote process. So very, very happy to have Kevin aboard. Next, Senior Research Associate Tyler Carpenter recently reached 5 years of service with the state of Tennessee. And Senior Research Associate Dave TACIR recently completed a graduate certificate in Geospatial Applied Information from Tennessee State University. So we've now have another GIS expert on staff in addition to Bob Morio. So if you could also join me in commending Tyler and Dave for these milestones. And then finally, we had the good fortune, and I was hoping to be able to introduce you to him, but his time with us has already ended. We had the good fortune of having Duke Gear, a student in the Master of Public Policy and Administration program at UT Knoxville, serving with us as an intern this summer. Duke also holds a bachelor degree from UTK and is graduating magna cum laude in 2019. I'm sorry, graduated 2019 magna cum laude with a major in political science and a minor in economics. Previously, Duke served as an intern with the Office of the Chief Clerk of the House of Representatives in the Tennessee General Assembly from January to May of 2019, and he was a fantastic addition to us this summer, and we were very happy to have Duke on board as an intern. And Mr. Chairman, that concludes the staff and commission update. And as you see, the next item on our agenda is Tyler Carpenter on Senate Bill 1114, House Bill 1120, tab 3.
Thank you for that update, Cliff. Perfect as always. Tyler Carpenter, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, please proceed.
Good afternoon, or good morning, actually. Good morning, Chairman, members of the Commission. My name is Tyler Carpenter, and I'm pleased to present the final report for your approval regarding Senate Bill 1114, House Bill 1120, Community Resilience to Natural Catastrophes and Extreme Weather. The report can be found behind tab 3. In May, the Commission received a draft copy of this report and shared comments and concerns which have since been incorporated into the final report. Today, I'll present a brief introduction of what staff was asked to study, an overview of the report's findings, and finally, recommendations. The report was prepared in response to Senate Bill 1114 by Senator Jeff Yarbrough and House Bill 1120 by Representative Bob Freeman, which was referred to the Commission for study by the House State Committee. The sponsors requested that the Commission specifically identify risks for extreme weather events and earthquakes across the state, document the current status of planning to reduce the effects of these specific natural disasters and build community resilience in Tennessee at the state and local level, identify best practices for building community resilience, and determine the cost of action and inaction. The report finds that from 1996 to 2018, in Tennessee, there was an average of $343.5 million annually in property damage and economic losses resulting from natural disasters, according to analysis by 3 Sigma Consultants, the consulting firm the Commission contracted with to analyze past and future extreme weather events and earthquakes. Based on 3 Sigma's analysis, Tennessee could see the annual cost of natural disasters nearly double to $595 million per year by 2055. Pages 11 through 17 provide a summary of the full 3 Sigma analysis. The analysis can be found in Appendix B on page 53 in its full form. There are a variety of strategies that can reduce these costs and build resilience, many of which are already being implemented in Tennessee. For example, Pigeon Forge has been recognized nationally for its efforts to reduce the risks it faces from wildfires by adopting strategies including curbside brush removal and participation in the Ready, Set, Go pilot program, which prepares residents and businesses for evacuations. Other hazard mitigation strategies adopted in Tennessee include improving stormwater systems and purchasing residential property in flood-prone areas, both of which the metropolitan government of Nashville and Davidson County implemented to reduce its risk from future flooding following the catastrophic 2010 flood. While community storm shelters, such as the 600-person safe room Lake County built in one of its public schools, can save lives during tornadoes and severe storms. On pages 20 through 25, you will find strategies implemented in Tennessee and other states for natural disasters. See Appendix D on page 41 for a more expansive list of mitigation and resilience strategies. Although each of the examples identified in this report can be effective, they represent neither an exhaustive nor a prescriptive list of the strategies that might be adopted. One of the most important things individuals, local governments, and states can do is evaluate the risks they face from natural disasters and determine what actions they will take to prepare for, withstand, and recover from them. For individuals and families in Tennessee, the Tennessee Emergency Management Agency, or TEMA, provides planning resources, including a checklist of disaster supplies for families, such as water, flashlights, and batteries, for use in preparing for natural disasters and other emergencies. This list can be found in Appendix C. And for local governments and the state, planning for natural disasters includes the development of hazard mitigation plans. The state and most counties have FEMA-approved hazard mitigation plans in Tennessee. The TEMA created the state's latest hazard mitigation plan, which received FEMA approval in 2018. Of Tennessee's 95 counties, 75 have received FEMA approval for their local hazard mitigation plans. 7 are revising or reviewing their plans, and 13 have either submitted a plan or have either not submitted a plan, or their plan has lapsed. In addition to TEMA's efforts, other state agencies as well as universities are working in partnership to promote community resilience, which goes beyond reducing physical vulnerabilities and includes reducing social and economic vulnerability as well. For example, the Tennessee Department of Economic and Community Development is collaborating with TEMA and the Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation, or TDEC, to develop flood control projects in local communities using funding from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development's National Disaster Resilience Competition Grant. TDEC is also working with the University of Memphis, East Tennessee State University, and community-based organizations to provide training to educate and empower Tennesseans to lead their community in the effort to prepare for and recover from a natural disaster as part of its Tennessee Citizens Resilience Academy pilot program. Because Tennessee local governments and state agencies are implementing strategies to prepare for, withstand, and rapidly recover from disruptions to everyday life, and because interagency collaboration is already occurring, the state should ensure that ongoing resilience efforts continue, including collaboration among state agencies and local governments. The Commission takes no position on the exact structure of these collaborative efforts, but they should include, in addition to hazard mitigation strategies, a focus on community resilience planning features, such as assessing social and economic vulnerabilities and engaging community members in the decision-making process. And that concludes my presentation. I'm happy to answer any questions, and at this time I ask for approval of the report. Thank you.
Tyler, great job. Are there any questions? Discussion? Do we have a motion to approve?
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion we approve.
I see Senator Yarborough waving at me, and I hear a voice that I can't identify. But that's a motion and a second as best I can tell. So all in favor, we'll have to do a roll call since we're online. So if we could, let's have a roll call. If you're for the report, answer in the affirmative, yes or aye.
Mayor Anderson, how would you vote?
Anderson, aye.
Commissioner Arnold?
Aye.
Mayor Bickers, I don't know if he ever came back. Nope. Mayor Bradshaw?
Aye.
Mayor Brooks?
Brooks votes aye.
Representative Carter, Chairman Carter?
Carter votes aye.
Mr. Clifton?
Aye.
Commissioner Davis?
Aye.
County Clerk Gaither?
Aye.
Mayor Greer? Did he? Mayor Holland?
Aye.
Executive Huffman?
Aye.
Senator Lambert?
Aye.
Representative Lynn?
Aye.
Representative Love?
Aye.
Mayor McDonald?
Aye.
Mr. Peach?
Aye.
Senator Watson?
Aye.
Senator Yeager? Senator Yeager?
Aye.
Senator Yarborough?
Aye.
Did I miss anyone? The ayes have it.
All right, thank you, Tyler. That was an excellent report as always.
Thank you.
Passed unanimously. What's next, Cliff? Oh, there's the agenda.
Sorry, almost forgot to unmute myself. Sorry. Yes, Mr. Chairman. So the next item on the agenda is the biennial report for fiscal years 2018-19 and 2019-20. This is, of course, a requirement of the General Assembly that we prepare the report every 2 years, and it includes a recap of the major issues the Commission has worked on. Some of the issues included in it this year include criminal statutes and limitations, local revenue and services, public infrastructure needs, and a number of others. Additionally, in this year's report, we do memorialize the passing of two members who served during the period covered by it, Representative Charles Sargent and Metropolitan National Davidson County Trustee Charlie Cardwell. Of course, both of them will be missed. And so, Mr. Chairman, this does require also an approval by the commission. I'm happy to answer any questions anyone has about the report. Most of it is included in the appendices, includes summaries of the meetings themselves, a list of the members who participated, a list of the publications approved. Members have seen most of this material previously as it's compiled from our updates that we do at the end of each fiscal year, normally at our May meeting. But as I said, I'm happy to answer any questions that the membership may have, but I would also request approval of the biennial report.
Members, are there any questions for Dr. Lippert? It's a lengthy, very detailed report. I can see in Mayor Brooks' eyes he'd like for you to read it, but if we can escape that. Are there any questions of the members? All right, if there are no questions, do I hear a motion to approve?
Second.
And a second. We have a motion and a second to approve. Since we're online, we'll have to have a roll call vote. So could we call the roll, please?
Yes, sir. Mayor Anderson? Sorry. I lost you, Mayor. I'm sorry.
Anderson, aye.
Commissioner Arnold?
Aye.
Mayor Bradshaw?
Aye.
Mayor Brooks?
Brooks votes aye.
Chairman Carter?
Carter votes aye.
Mr. Clifton?
Aye.
Commissioner Davis?
Aye.
County Clerk Gaither?
Aye.
Mayor Holland?
Aye.
County Executive Huffman?
Aye.
Representative Love?
Aye.
Senator Lumberg?
Aye.
Representative Lynn?
Aye.
Mayor McDonald?
Aye.
Mr. Peach?
Aye.
Senator Watson? Is he there?
Aye.
Senator Yeager?
Aye.
Senator Yarborough?
Aye.
Did I miss anyone? The ayes have it. Thank you.
All right, Cliff, what's next?
So, Mr. Chairman, the next item on the agenda is a bit unusual for us. This is tab 5. Rather than because of the nature of the meeting today, and this being our first virtual meeting, we had 3 items that were where information was sent to the members back when we were originally planning to meet in May. None of these items require a vote, but the information has been out there for a while with the members. So rather than going through and doing lengthy presentations on them today, and they are all also available on our website and have been for some time. So rather than doing a lengthy presentation today, we just wanted to open up these 3 items for discussion in case any of the members had questions on the material that they've already had. I will add that one of these items, tab 5C, Tennessee Valley Authority Payments in Lieu of Taxes update, has been recently updated with some new information. We are planning to present that information as well as any additional updates in detail at our next commission meeting, but we wanted to go ahead and get the updated information to the members for this meeting. Again, none of these items require a vote. They're for information purposes only. We just wanted to see if there were any lingering questions on any of these items.
All right. Thank you, Cliff. Members, are there any questions on any of these matters? Mayor McDonald, you're recognized.
Thank you, Chairman. Cliff, on 5A, given the pandemic and the cause and effect of that, is any of that, should any of that be included in 5A?
Well, so 5A, Mayor McDonald, is the fiscal capacity. This is reporting the fiscal capacity that was already forwarded to the Department of Education for this ongoing fiscal year. As you know from your participation in the BEP Review Committee, that body has requested some considerations for related to the pandemic, for example, related to drops in membership and average daily membership as a result of the pandemic, that systems not be penalized for any of those drops in enrollment. And I know that there has been some action taken on that, but it's not actually related to the fiscal capacity itself. This is an ongoing topic of discussion, as you know, with the BEPRC as to whether there needs to be any temporary adjustments made to any components of the BEP going forward, but that's still kind of up in the air at this point. So it doesn't really affect this material.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Other questions or comments on any of the other chapters? All right, do you need approval of any of that stuff, Cliff, or we're just gonna wait till the next meeting?
Just and none of these were all just for information purposes only. So and again, as I said, the TVA material will be, an update on that will be presented at the next meeting. So we don't need an approval on any of these things. What we will need approval on, or at least an agreement on, Mr. Chairman, is on the next topic on the agenda, other business, and that's on how to move forward with additional meetings, be they online or hopefully sometime soon back in person. And that includes the possibility of a meeting in early November so that we may present draft reports that are going to require approval from the commission before we go back to before the next General Assembly convenes, the next session. And then there would have to be an additional meeting in mid-December timeframe for the approval of any of those draft reports. As you know, we always present reports in draft format to the commission, and then again in final format. In addition to those meetings, we still owe our local government members a meeting to wrap up the discussions on the multi-school system report, where there were still some lingering concerns with that report. We've been continuing to meet with representatives from the cities and the counties on those issues, and we have a draft prepared, but we want to actually have that meeting with our local members so that we can finalize that report and approve it. That report needs approval, but it does not have a due date, so that's why we've been able to kind of hold it during this process.
All right, Cliff, are all the members aware that we're not able to meet in Cordell Hall? We've not been given permission to meet there, and that's what necessitated this online meeting. Has that been distributed to everyone?
I believe we've distributed that by email, but we've not talked to everyone about it. And that's as of right now the case. April Sibley, our office manager, continues to communicate with the folks over at Cordell Hall. But as of right now, since even though we're considered a joint committee in some regards, we're also considered an outside organization, and they're still not allowing us to convene at Cordell Hall. So that's one of the things that necessitated our doing this meeting online at this point. As things continue to hopefully continue to improve here in the Nashville area, hopefully we'll have approval to meet at Cordell Hall, and perhaps one or both of those future meetings will be in person. But we wanted to do this shorter meeting as sort of a practice run, if you will, and get some things approved and make sure that we were comfortable in doing a little bit more involved meeting, because that next meeting, the one that I hope for us to schedule in early November, will include some outside panelists. So a few more moving parts, but.
All right. What's the pleasure of the commission? We could always meet at another location. If you prefer to meet in person to handle these matters with the panels, I assume we could find a separate location and meet there if we're not allowed to meet in Cordell Hall, or we can continue to hone our skills and meet here. What are the thoughts of our members? Mayor Brooks, you're recognized.
Thanks, Chairman Carter. Seeing what we're seeing about the Cordell Hall still not allowing us to meet there, and still not knowing what the next executive order, whether it's going to be extended or ceased, I commend the staff on putting together today's meeting. The agenda has been incredibly clear and concise and well presented to those of us meeting electronically. And I would say that at least for the November meeting, unless there's a drastic change in Nashville, to continue this electronic Zoom WebEx meeting would be my suggestion.
All right. Other members, questions, comments? Mayor McDonald, you're recognized.
I concur with Mayor Brooks.
All right.
And I saw Mayor Bradshaw's hand also, Mr. Chairman.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mayor Bradshaw, I missed you. You're recognized.
That's absolutely fine, Mr. Chairman. Thank you. I agree. I mean, I'm 100% about the meeting in public, but I also worry about if we do move to another location, our ability to stream live as well, because even though a lot of folks may tune in on the website, we may not necessarily have access to. If we move, our ability to broadcast, I guess, is what I'm saying. I think that would impact. We move to another location other than Cordell Hall, or impact the public to be able to truly attend.
All right. Other questions or comments of the members? All right, do we need a motion on this, Cliff, or you just wanted to get it seems the consensus of the opinion is to continue online through webinar until we can do better at Cordell Hall.
Yes, sir. And if this approach is okay with the chair and the other members, what we'll do is we'll poll the membership by email to see which dates within those first 2 weeks of November work for an online meeting, and try to get the broadest consensus on that. Likewise, I would like to, if it's okay with our local member meetings, I would like to try to set up a similar online meeting, local subcommittee meeting, if you will, with them in late October. I would like to, so that we could possibly put this multi-system report to bed at that November meeting.
Senator Yeager, you're recognized. Senator Yeager, I can't hear you.
I think you may still be muted.
It may be because I muted it. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I much as I'd like to get back into a meeting room with you ladies and gentlemen, we better stay with this type of meeting. I concur with Mayor Brooks.
Thank you, Senator Yeager. Other questions or comments? All right, Cliff, you seem to have a clear consensus of opinion, unless you think we need to vote just for your satisfaction.
No,
Let's
sir.
continue here until further notice.
Yes, sir. And so we will be in contact with the members on both a local government member meeting and on potential dates for that November meeting. And we will plan to do both of those online. We'll take a look at December as we get closer. And Mr. Chairman, that's all we have on the formal agenda for today.
All right. Well, thank you, Cliff, to you and to our incredible staff, and for the work you've done through these trying times. We want to say thank you and keep up the good work. You guys have just, and ladies have done just an absolutely wonderful job. And I appreciate all you've done to communicate with me under the circumstances that we've had. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Other questions or comments of the members?
Mr. Chairman?
Yes. Is that Representative Love? I recognize
It
the
is.
voice, I believe.
Thank you. Just simply want to add, it's already been said, but I'm so grateful that our chairman and vice chairman have both been able to recover and to be able to be here with us. So we continue to pray for both of you all and pray God's blessing upon you as you continue your journey.
Well, thank you so much, Representative Love. Many of you may not know my wife, the most careful woman in the world. You couldn't get in her car without going through a test kit. I can try. She was having some radiation treatments and not doing very well. They put her in to do some tests to find out why. And as one of those tests, just off the cuff, they did a COVID test. It came back positive. She got her notice Monday morning of the special session. They called and quarantined me because I was with her, necessitating my absence from the special session. She was asymptomatic, and 3-4 days later, I'm in intensive care. So this is a vicious virus, and while it had seemingly no effect whatsoever on her, it cost me 14 days in intensive care and a very lengthy recovery that I had not counted on. So it's a real danger. We need to treat it that way and treat it with the respect. I will note that a good friend of mine went in the day I went in. He died. Of the 4 men admitted to intensive care the night I was admitted, 3 of the 4 died.
Oh.
It's they all went on the ventilators, and I refused. And I'm not saying that's what saved me, but it's really been quite an interesting journey. And the more I know about it, the more I learn about it, the more concerned I am with how we deal with it. So thank you for your prayers, your thoughts, and your concerns, your calls, letters, and notes. They were critical during this time to me. The isolation is incredible, isn't it, Mayor Brooks? It's the impact it has on you not to be touched by another human being for 12 to 14 days is just amazing. I'd never thought of that. So anyway, to all of you who have encouraged Mayor Brooks and myself and everyone else and Representative Bluff, thank you for that. We're just glad to be back. Look forward to be back full steam and move forward. I'm extremely concerned about the physical capacity of our state in this upcoming year. We've got Chairman Lynn and Chairman Watson online, and I'm fortunate enough when I'm well to be around Senator Watson enough to keep up with some of that stuff. But it's going to be a tough year, folks. And so thank you for that. Any other questions or comments? All right, if there are none, we'll entertain a motion to adjourn until next time, Cliff.
So moved.
Second.
All right, motion to adjourn is passed. Folks, thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you in person as soon as possible. Any other questions or comments?
Aye, all.
Any other questions or comments? I thought I saw Katrina. Christina, do you have a? Okay.
No, just waving.
All right. Anyone else? All right, folks, thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you.